It's like when chasing reality gets it right, they always wind up getting it wrong. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scotty, and we're here for my review on the part 1 of the Chasing Atlanta Season 3 reunion, okay? I've been waiting for this reunion ever since last week, and I must say that I was pretty underwhelmed by this reunion. I think it was the excessive, like, screaming and shouting over each other. The host really couldn't get them under control. It was like way too much going on there, and they were way too antsy, way too much on 10, to be quite honest. So I'm just gonna try to get into the play-by-play and see what I can really bring into this damn review, because I really didn't enjoy it like that. Like, I was really expecting a lot, and I just didn't get that. We started off with the new cast members giving out their experiences. I think Troy gave his experience. I think that We Were Born gave theirs. And then when it came down to Oliver giving his out, him and Gardini got into a full-fledged argument. And then at the end, another thing about this whole thing is that the sound was terrible. Like, 1 minute I was trying to watch it and listen to it with my earphones, and the sound was like up on this side but down on this side. Jay Twan mic was too high. Then the other folks' mics was just too low. It just didn't make no sense. But Gardini and Oliver were going straight at it, and I just couldn't understand why they were going at it. But I think that after Oliver made the comment about bitches saying stuff about being a clout chaser and being this and being that, I really do believe that that's where that came from, honestly. And then that's why Gardini and Oliver got into this full-fledged screaming match, and I was just like, oh my god, like, we're gonna go through this all night. And with reunions, we want to get the most heated questions answered. So it's kind of like that's what we're trying to do. Like, we've been watching this show all season, and now we're trying to get their perspective after watching the show back. But it's like we really get into any of that because all they wanted to do was scream and yell. So it's kind of like, I don't know what was really going on with that, but okay, whatever. So we get into the friendship of Jaylen, Q, and Oliver, and the host asked Jaylen, why did you have an issue with Oliver being friends with Gardini when Q was also friends with Gardini? When the host asked Jaylen that, Jaylen was like, well, me and Q already had a friendship already, so him being cool with Gardini really didn't bother me. But at the time of filming this show, I did tell production, I told everybody that I don't want to do any scenes with Gardini. I don't want to do nothing with nobody that knows him. So with Oliver coming into the fold and he already knew Gardini, I just really wasn't here for the shit at all, and I just didn't want to have nothing to do with anybody that was associated with him. But although that was your answer, and although it was kind of understandable, Gardini is still associated with Q, and you know what I'm saying, you don't have nothing to say about that. You may have your qualms about it, but you really ain't got nothing to say about that, so I don't understand why it's any different. But okay. So then we talk about Cameron's party, and Oliver was basically saying, like, if I got an opinion about this shit, then I'm gonna say it. If I ain't like it, I ain't like it. And that's what I get with Oliver, being that he is an Aquarius like myself. Like, if we mean something, we gonna say it. Bottom line, like, whether you like it or not, it's going to be said. You ain't gotta like what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's the fucking truth, and I'm gonna say my truth. And if I ain't like your party, I ain't like your party. But Jaylen was like, well, why is it that you came to Cameron's party? Why didn't you want to come to Cameron's party? And Jaylen was like, well, me and Cameron really didn't have a relationship, so I really didn't want to come, but I came late anyway. And then, there became this little riffraff between Jaylen and Cameron, and I'm just like, oh my god, here we go with this shit again, blah, blah, blah. So then the host and a couple of the people on the show, I think it was Berlin and somebody else, basically accused Oliver of being transphobic because he made a statement saying, well, I don't know what she has between her legs, honestly. I didn't see that as transphobic. I really did not see that as transphobic, and I really felt like it was really blown out of proportion because I didn't see anything transphobic about that remark. It may have been a little bit insensitive, and it may have been slightly ignorant, being that she is a transgender woman, but I didn't see anything transphobic about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just honestly feel like if he was really transphobic, he wouldn't be working with T.S. Madison. Honestly. So I didn't see anything transphobic about that remark. Like, that sounded like something I probably would have said. Like, because at the end of the day, some transgender women do still carry their penises, although they are classified as a woman, but they still have penises. And I didn't know that when you're transgender, you still get to keep your original genitalia. I really didn't know that because I'm gonna be honest, I'm very ignorant to the whole transgender thing, being that we're all in the same community. I don't know any transgender women in my real life, so therefore I'm going to be ignorant to certain things, because I really thought that when a man gets a sex change and decides that he's going to be a transgender woman, I honestly thought that they go through the whole process to get the hormones for the breast, they get their dick cut off and all of that stuff. That's what I always thought until T.S. Madison came along and I got familiar with her, and it was revealed that she still had her original genitalia. So when Oliver said what he said about, well, I don't know what she got between her legs, that sounded like something I probably would have said, and I do say a lot of insensitive things, and at the time I say the shit, I don't feel like it's insensitive because I was merely just saying what it is. I don't know what they got between their legs. So it probably was more of an insensitive comment and slightly ignorant, but I don't think that was transphobic at all. I just feel like they were all doing the most with that. Honestly, that's just what I think. I feel like that was just totally blown out of proportion. I didn't see nothing transphobic about that. I'm sorry, but I didn't. So we get into Q and Cameron's issues, and it's just like Q's basically going in on Cameron about the whole paying the bills thing. You know, basically the same shit from the episode. And Cameron really didn't have nothing to say, as he never do, and that was just that. But then We Were Born comes up, and they are heated. They really get into it with Jaylen and Oliver about the whole Miami trip, about who paid for this or who paid for that, and they're just all, as usual, they're always going from 0 to 100 for no motherfucking reason. Like, I don't even know what the fuck they mad for now. Like, because Jaylen said that he shared out more money so everybody could go. Well, you didn't pay for me. And Jaylen said, I didn't say I paid for you. And then it was just going back and forth like that. And I'm like, why are y'all so fucking angry all the time? Like, get over yourself. You know what I mean? And then Jay Torn just goes off the deep end. And it's just like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you're calling Oliver fake. The boy just pretty much said everything that he said. And only for you to admit that you dated a producer before you came on the show. So basically, you were fucking a producer at one point. Now, granted, you probably wasn't fucking the producer at the time you filmed the show, but you did fuck a producer. Ain't nothing wrong with you fucking one. Like, if you got dick down or you got rolled by a motherfucking producer, then you just got fucked down, dick down, or rolled by a fucking producer. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't understand what the big deal is. What's the big whoop-de-woo about it? I ain't judging you because you fucked the producer. If it was Kevon that you fucked, I don't blame you. But I don't see why you so mad about it. It really ain't that deep, but okay. You know what I mean? Then I guess it was known that Wayne the Pain was also hooked up with some cameraman, and now Wayne the Pain got his Trish ass up there mad because he got called out. I mean, if you were hooked up with a cameraman, you were hooked up with a cameraman. Now, did Oliver have to bring that up? I don't think so. But if you was hooked up with a cameraman, so the fuck what? Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like, shit, you was getting your shit, who cares? I don't see why these girls are so mad when it's out there that they probably fucked a producer or probably had a relationship with one. What's the big deal, bruh? I don't see the big deal. I don't really give a fuck, honestly. Like, I don't even know why they even give a fuck, but whatever. Is Oliver a clout chaser? Gardini said that Oliver is a clout chaser, okay? He said that Before he did Chasing Atlanta, the video that he did, the videos that he was doing, he was only getting 73 views, and the whole damn audience was like, oh my god. And Oliver was like, it was a big lie, and that the host, however, reviewed his video. So that's why, that's why it even got some heat, because the host did a review on it. So Gardini was like, we're here to show what we do. Some of us work, and some of us are working to get our shit out there. So, some of us ain't got no time to be conjuring up no things with each other, going out to talk shit about people, cooking dinner in my apartment, or none of that shit. You don't need to have 9 scenes to be a star. You only need 2 minutes, and that's all I gotta say about that. And I'm like, oh shit, Gardini, read for Phil, okay? I like you, Oliver, but he did kind of read you. So when they was talking about the situation with Gardini and We Were Born basically said they didn't even know that Gardini was going to be in the scene, and that Q sprung him on them. And when Q started speaking and Berlin started talking over him, he was like, okay, I'll let you talk. Berlin was like, you didn't let me do anything, and here go J-Twan. Period. My thing about it is, who the fuck you think you scaring, J-Twan? I'm just trying to understand that. Like, you bark so loud because you want to be intimidating, and I don't see you being intimidated. You are so cute and lovable. Like, I don't understand why you want to be so intimidating, because you're not doing a good job at that. Like, the man only said let him talk because he let you talk, and he did let y'all talk. Like, he did let y'all get y'all point across. The problem with y'all is y'all don't never let nobody talk. Y'all always screaming and yelling. Y'all always want to tase a bitch, but you can't never have a mature conversation, and that's just annoying to me. And I wish they would have just let Q go over there and just fight the damn boy, honestly, because J-Twan been looking to bite at somebody all damn reunion. Let him fight somebody. Seriously, I'm getting annoyed with this shit. So then we see Montel. Montel is basically booked and busy, and that's why we ain't seen him on the show. And he ain't got time to be all up in everybody's face like that. He just ain't got time, because he doing other shit. And honestly, I don't see Montel coming back next season, because at the end of the day, he didn't get that many scenes. Probably because he was doing his own thing. And I can't say that I blame him. Like, once it's time for you to lead the nest, you use the show as a platform. Okay, use it as a platform. Use it to put your shit out there. Like, if you got some motherfucking clothing lines or books or music or anything that you want to put out there to the public, you use this reality TV platform to push your product. Like, if I was on Chasing Dallas, I would have been on there to promote my YouTube channel and to promote and basically use this as a platform to basically launch my urban novels, that put them on Amazon, or put them out independently on the bookshelf or something like that. That's what I would have used the Chasing platform for if I was on there. You know what I mean? I would have used it to elevate what the hell I'm trying to do. Because honestly, if I was on any of these Chasing reality shows, I wouldn't be on here calling myself some famous YouTuber. I wouldn't be on there saying that I got a brand, because in my eyes, I ain't got no brand. So I'm on here to build one. So I'm not gonna say I got a brand. I'm here to level up, but I don't have a brand. So I'll be on here to promote my YouTube channel, to be trying to put my books out. And I know that for the show, you have to do this, you have to do that. You got to give your mess, you got to give your tea, you got to give this, you got to be entertaining. All of that. So at this point, I do understand what Montel is coming from. He just wasn't trying to be into the reality TV politics. He was only here to promote his brand, and that's what he did. And I can't say nothing about him. Now, is Troy boring? In my opinion, in the duration of watching his show, he really didn't have anything memorable for me to discuss. He's a nice looking guy. I look at him all day. And I think that in my eyes, you don't have to be combative, and you don't have to be overly ghetto and shady and all of that shit just to be entertaining. I don't feel like you have to do that. And there have been people that have, rolled up under my videos whenever I would review this show saying, Scotty, you should be on Chasing Atlanta or Chasing Dallas or any other Chasing reality series. And the reason why I say I don't know if y'all, I don't know if I would be fit for that. And the only reason why I say that is because I ain't with the drama bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I ain't gotta do all this extra shit to be entertaining. I could just be myself. Because the person that you see on this camera is the person that I give outside of the camera. All you gotta do is ask Leah. All you gotta do is ask Bianca. All you gotta do is ask Jamar. All you gotta do is ask Reginald, from the creator of Acquaintances and the Rainbow Connection. Like, all these people that know me outside of this shit and met me or have talked to me on the phone outside of this shit. The way I talk on these videos is the same way I am on the phone, in person, and all that shit, because I'm not playing a character. I'm being Scotty, authentically me. So that's all that I could give. I'm not really that person that's looking for drama and trying to chase for clout. Like, I'm here for me and to build a brand. I'm not a brand, but I'm here to build one. So I feel like I don't have to do all that extra shit to be entertaining. Nobody really does. Like, as long as you got a personality, you should be good. But I don't think that Troy really had much of a personality. He probably was a bit too nice for this show. You know how Kim Fields is good for what she does, but Kim Fields just wasn't good for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And that's where I look at Troy. He kind of like the Kim Fields of the show. Like, you know, you like him, but he's not good for the show, honestly. And if you want to keep him on the show, maybe you should have him as like a reoccurring, not really main, but reoccurring. You know what I mean? I don't think he needed to be a main cast member because he really wasn't around. His personality wasn't that big, so I don't think that he needed to be the main cast member, period. But he was trying, I felt like he was trying to get a moment, you know, at this reunion, because, you know, that tends to happen with a lot of people. People be trying to get moments at the reunion that they didn't get on the season. But it came across a little bit forced. And then he had this back and forth with Jaylen and all of that stuff. So it was kind of crazy. But then, in the midst of him having the back and forth with Jaylen, Jaylen's boyfriend speaking up for Jaylen. But whoever was in the audience for Troy spoke up for Troy. And all hell broke loose with Q being the pit bull that he is for Jaylen. And then Jaylen want to get mad at the producers and want to go the fuck off and want to blame the girl in the audience for speaking. Now, maybe she should have been speaking when she was spoken to, but your man was the one who decided to pick up a chair and act like he ain't had no damn sense. Now, one thing that I will agree with is the fact that they don't need a host. The one thing that I did like about Chasing Dallas is that they didn't have a host. We were able to hear them speak and get a clear understanding of what the fuck they were talking about. The only thing I did not like about the reunion was the host. The host was terrible, but other than that, they had a good reunion to me, because Charles was able to, first of all, Charles was able to be vindicated and all of that stuff. So he was able to get all his points across and everything. The only thing I didn't like was that host that they had for the Chasing Dallas reunion. But all in all, I was underwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be very honest. I was underwhelmed by this reunion. I just felt like the audience really wasn't needed, like I said. This should have been a Real Housewives type of reunion, to be honest. Because honestly, I look at the Chasing reality brand like the Real Housewives brand. And I look at Gemini Films brand like the Love and Hip Hop brand. So it's kind of different. I just feel like Chasing Atlanta don't need no more audience people. They don't, because sometimes the audience get way too involved in the shit and then it goes haywire and then they lose the venues and it's all over with. And it makes the reunion not enjoyable for those of us that's watching it. Then on top of that, they really didn't respect the host. And the host was couldn't really get them under control either. And he was constantly trying to ask his questions, but they wouldn't let him do his thing. So that's my whole problem. Like, my problem is the audience. My problem is the fact that the host really couldn't get them under control. But who could? I mean, I don't think anybody could have got their asses under control. And they just don't know how to speak when spoken to. They don't know how to have a mature conversation. They just want to yell and scream. So that's my thing. So I wasn't feeling this. I really wasn't. It didn't do anything for me. And I tried to watch this shit again just to try to have my notes, and it just didn't do it for me at all. I'm sorry, but it did. It did. But that's part 2 of the Chasing Atlanta reunion. Part 1, my bad, of the Chasing Atlanta reunion. They say it's supposed to be 3 damn parts, so I don't know how the fuck it's gonna be 3 parts, but we gonna see. I got a Betray Series video coming up, and it's probably gonna be on Friday. But with that being said, I'm out of here, you guys. Peace and blessings.